Hey, this is Crash Boom Bang. Welcome back to my Sacred Zone Sethless LTC. Today we are on Chapter 14. This one's got a lot going on. I actually really like it. It's a seas map, which admittedly has a pretty long, winding hallway, the classic GBA castle. But it's also got a lot of other things happening, and I got plenty of mounts to make it go quickly, so I don't mind. First of all, we'll be promoting Kyle with the Night Crest we got from the boss last map. Kyle got a pretty high level. It was 16, yeah. So he's got pretty respectable stats, even if they are slightly worse than Cormag's, who, just joined and promoted immediately. But at this point, Kyle, Franz, and Cormag kind of make up our B team of mounts. Well, our B team relative to Vanessa, who is basically the A team by herself. But yeah, this map has a lot of doors and a lot of chests, and just a lot of places to spread out. Since we nearly broke the barrier last map, Saleh won't be able to use it at all to get his staff rank up. Instead, we want him to use the unlock staff that we bought, a couple chapters ago. He's going to be unlocking a lot of doors for us. Because unlock gives, 5 staff weapon experience, something like that. It's high. Yeah, between unlocks and mends, he should get to A staves by the time we need him to hit it, which is chapter 16. This map also just has a lot of really nice chests in it. There's a guiding ring in that chest on screen right there. In the bottom left room, which is covered by a roof, there is an energy ring, the third one, and a dragon spear. I forgot to mention that the second energy ring, we got that from Ewan's join inventory. That went directly onto Saleh, because he wants the warp range. But yeah, while our Mount Squad and Dancer and Saleh and Eirika all go towards the main objective, we'll be having our pairs of healers and foot combat units dealing with these bottom rooms for the chests and just grinding experience and weapon rank. And supports, which, Natasha and Josh would do that. Oh yeah, Enos is also here. This map has a lot of walls to shoot over, so again, we want him to help out. I do use the last barrier charge with Mulder here, not for the weapon rank at all, but just for experience. He's very close to promoting. Not that he needs to promote anytime soon, or even at all if I wanted to, but I may as well. Now, that little enemy rogue on screen, that is Rennek. He is our one recruitable for this map. He's definitely a rogue, alright. Other than that, he is not very special at all. His stats are they're existent, but I don't really need a thief for anything past chapter 15. He does cost a nice sum of 9,800 gold to recruit, which we got plenty of money, so that's no big deal. Now, if we had deployed Large Shell for this map, which I did not, she could recruit him for free. Of course, we don't need the money, so we don't mind. However, that does mean we have to get Eirika all the way up to him, which is a bit of a task. This corridor is unfortunately pretty narrow, though, and while we do have 4 mounts, we also have 3 or 4 foot. Yeah, we have 4 infantry units that we also got to juggle, so it's a little difficult. And there's, of course, the enemies in the way. Oh, it's 9,980 gold. Oh, 20 gold discount. That is a good deal. Apologies for the computer noises, by the way, Discord and Windows updates or whatever. I am very much the mark of professionalism around here, as you have already figured out. Over on the throne over there is our boss for the day, Carlisle. He's a swordmaster with a wind sword, and I really don't have any good way to kill him. My best choice is obviously Vanessa, but she's weak to the wind sword, which, even with the pure water, she can still just kind of get crit and die from that thing, so it's not ideal. Thankfully, since I want to visit that secret shop over in the top left, I do have a little bit of time, but also just for reliability purposes, I'm going to be, you know, taking a little extra time for Vanessa to kill that guy. I said that as Kyle needs to hit 260 to kill that fighter in the way. That's life. This map does also have a funny little corridor in there behind that breakable wall with the one knight. He's a funny guy. It seems like a pointless area, but it does actually help if we can get Enos over there, because he can fight some of those ranged enemies in the boss area over the wall, namely that sniper. Oh yeah, there's also that top left priest over there. He has a berserk staff. He's a dick. For those not aware, status staffs in this game use 1 RN instead of 2 RN, so it is totally possible for like even like 20% staff hits to just hit people. Oh, okay, never mind. I guess I don't put Enos in that corridor. I must have misremembered. I know that's something you can do, and it works out pretty well. But hey, SX is Garrick. He is officially in business. Of course, even with SX's, he still has 82 hit on all these guys. I don't remember if I broke the hatchet or not. He could have used it, maybe. Not that it matters too much. Things in these bottom areas are pretty lax, because it's just kind of grinding and getting a couple chests. Excuse me. I really do wish this game had more secret books, because there's like so many units who want them. Like Kyle, Cormag, Franz, Tana, Garrick. Basically everybody. You can never have enough hit, honestly. Oh yeah, I did pack some extra chest keys over there with them so that they could actually go there. Also very, very professional Joshua crit kill right there. Only the best. I'm really committed to that C support though. It's not very useful, but it's nice to have. And also just because, I mean, in how many GBA LTCs do you get any supports at all? I know there are some, of course. Like, there's always the classic, the old, like, rigged FE6 LTC where you get, like, Lilina's support with Roy to do bolting crits, stuff like that. That's silly and fun, but, you know, not typical. Anyway, this particular turn is when we will actually be facing that Berserk guy. I don't remember his exact hit rates, but sometimes, like, he can just Berserk someone. If I were a little more cognizant, I probably would have used Pure Waters on the people who need them so that it's not a problem, but I don't think the hit rate is all that high. Oh, it doesn't even show it. Man, that sucks. But yeah, I probably could have figured out some way to barrier or Pure Water Cormag earlier in the map so that he wouldn't have to deal with that. There's all these archers in this corridor too. They're like, they all have longbows, I think. They're really no threat at all, but they're just kind of annoying. Anyway, Joshua, final level, 18. He is ready to promote. I mean, he was ready to promote last map too, but now he's really ready. It's always fun to see just how high of a level I can get him to be before promotion, since I know that I have to wait so long for him to get his hero crest. It's almost like going for a high score, you know? Yeah, the one downside here of having all these, having all my healers spread out is that Saleh, when he takes damage from all the combat he's doing too, he can't exactly heal himself, so he needs to take out that elixir. I have been using the Elfire with him for most combat since it gives double weapon experience, like steel axes, for instance. But I do need to use the Thunder here just because he gets weighed down by the Elfire. It's got like 10 weight, which is really stupid. And yeah, this one sniper, he's a dick. I think he's got a silver bow, so he would actually just destroy Vanessa if he attacked her. It's a shame all these guys have such little accuracy on Garrick, because I would appreciate more heal targets for Boulder. But yeah, just barely doubling this guy with his 14 speed. And after getting a 3rd level, he finally gets a lot of stats. Go away, Berserk Man. Oh yeah, there are also those cavalry reinforcements for Joshua and Natasha to deal with. Not that it's a big deal. They got plenty of room to run away. Or I could just block that choke point with Joshua, because he can take it. Those Armor Knights in the bottom left, I think one of them drops either a door key or like an Axe Reaver or something. I don't need it. But it is there. Now, this throne area is a little sketchy, just because I want to, like, you know, Saleh is low, but I also want to put Eirika in range of the throne, and I also want to prepare for the next turn where I visit the secret shop, so I think there was some, like, really stupid thing I did here where I put Eirika in, like, a very dumb spot when she really didn't need to. Like, this overall definitely could be a lot safer. So, like, don't do what I'm doing. Don't do exactly what I'm doing right now. It's not ideal. Because, like, yeah, I think it was because I wanted to make sure Sethless was safe, but, like, I have another turn of leeway, man. Oh yeah, the rapier critting that guy doesn't help either, because... But hey, Eirika combat. She's honestly gotten to a pretty high level, higher than I ever expected she would, so good for her. Yeah, because what happens is my thought was, oh, I'm going to seize on the next turn, so I need to prepare for that. But then I ended up not doing that because it's like, oh, I'm actually going to just do the boss kill over 2 turns. So I just unnecessarily risked Eirika and Tethys when I could have, well, yeah, just Eirika, when I could have done this so much more safely. But because I was just taking the extra turn anyway. Oh yeah, that guy does drop a men's staff. Like, I don't know why. Like, he has a berserk staff and a men's staff, so he won't drop the berserk unless you somehow get him to use his mend. But like, he's never gonna do that. So yeah, if this were like a rigged context, what I would do here is I would clear the path and then rig Vanessa to like pierce crit the boss. I'm not doing that. So instead, I just go for a much safer strategy to handle this room over the course of these 2 turns. Well, as safe as it can possibly be when I have to deal with Vanessa potentially dying to the boss. But hey, A stabs on Saleh. He is all ready to go. So yeah, she takes 27 damage and also has displayed crit on her. So yeah, she can just die sometimes, or she even gets 2-shot, and she does double because it's a Swordmaster boss who is unsurprisingly very dodgy. Mulder is like 1 or 2 staff uses away. But hey, we got a support! Finally! I too have been hearing good, Joshua. I like the way you think. So yeah, the secret shop here. It has a lot of things, actually. It has killer weapons, which I buy 1 killer lance. Maybe I buy 2, or maybe just 1. But yeah, I don't really need the combat stuff. I want the extra barrier, just for, that's useful. And I want physic. Finally, ranged healing. There's also all these promo items, which I don't need at all. So, yeah. And Joshua, being the guy, like the cool guy he is, can just deal with all these calves, no problem. I don't remember what bonuses the Joshua and Natasha C support even gives. I think it's like, it might not even be 2 hit. It might not even be 5 hit. It might only be 2 hit. But I think it's like 5. No, maybe it's 2 crit avoid. Oh yeah, shout out to Vanessa just getting a 5% crit there. Like, she didn't need to do that at all. I had Saleh on standby. It would have been fine. But I think she was just like sick of this guy. Understandably so. Most people don't like him. I think Carlisle is honestly not that bad because normally you have Seth, and Seth just completely dunks on him. But I also think he's not that bad, mostly because relative to the Ephraim route bosses, he is so much more lenient. Like, by Ephraim route, freaking Vigard, that guy is the worst. Like, it's hard to get worse than him. Oh yeah, I think, yeah, I wanted to like rig another mend use, but Mulder is 1 experience short. Oh no, he just barely made it. I thought it was 12 experience. Yes, he can promote now with those very impressive stats, wouldn't you say? So yeah, Joshua is just ready to go. And that's the map done. It's definitely a little sketchy, but ultimately I like it. 8 turns, not so bad. Could have been 7 if I made myself do a Pierce crit or something, but I'm not about that. And for our triples, we get the S-rank sword and the S-rank animatome. We'll be putting those to use next time. See you then.